Pain, get connected. You listen to Pop from Pop Radio. Your boy Prince of Pain. Get connected. www.princeofpain.com. A lot, you ain't this, whipping up a pop, show you my shorties know I've been a boss, chemo, solid, hard body, in that jam, told on nobody, God, you, that boy, we buy it, dinero, we get it, dinero, I did a lot, most of the fold, I done did a.
Hi, it's your girl, Jack Camille. This is Pop Radio Worldwide, where we focus on awareness, empowerment, education, and culture. I just wanted to recap a little bit about last week on the show. We had a few great guests. One of our guests here, we had Celia Kalyan, who is an international author, re-entry advocate for women of all walks of life, a speaker, mentor of Chicago. We also had the talented, winning, the lovely co-host that I have here, Thais.
Hello, everyone.
I just want to take also another moment to shout out our sponsors here. We have Custom Prints Now Inc. You can find them at 5834 West Grand Avenue, Chicago, Illinois. Also on their website, customprintinc.com. We have TRP Entertainment for events, hall space locations. Contact Emilio if you want to get in tuned. We also have Edifying Graphic, Youth Media, and Chicago Elite Alliance. Get it? This week we're popping with hot topics. We want to get you guys insights. We definitely going to give you guys our opinion, and we want to rock with you guys. I personally would like to start with something I feel that is personally close to me, and that would be like the gun laws that's going on right now and the proposals that have been submitted to the White House. Now, really quick, there has been a proposal from our president, Donald Trump, and this was made on February 24th of this year. His proposal was to arm teachers
at schools.
How do you guys feel about that? Yeah.
At high schools?
In high schools, grammar schools, his proposal, according to CNN.
I think that's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm gonna say ladies first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, Diana, go ahead. What do you think about that?
No, I think that's a little ridiculous because the teachers are there to teach our children, not to be armed and, have to worry about, shooting someone. They're there for our children. Yes, they keep our children safe as well. And we trust them because our children are there all day. But as far as being armed, I feel that is very unnecessary. They are not cops. What do you think, Papa?
My opinion, I'm going to agree to the fullest extent with Diana, but I'm going to give you my opinion. Okay. So my opinion is, let's talk about law enforcement. First of all, we live in a perfect world. You got kids coming out and Talibaning in high schools. So I kind of get where, the government takes control and says, we're going to take control of the situation, charge a lot more tax dollars, put a lot more employees in the building. We're going to get more gas masks. We're going to get more mace. And we're going to check a bag real quick this year off of a financial buck, because that's what happens in our political world. Do I believe that the cops should do some of the things they do? No, I don't. So I don't even believe some of these metal detectors that they have in school, or some of these touching girls' private parts and our daughters and stuff when they go to school, is necessary either. I think common sense is involved in the education system. I believe our education system is broke when it comes from an administrative point, and it needs help. I know it needs funding. But no, hell no, you don't need no armed police on deck. You need some smarter cops and some smarter teachers, my opinion. I'm sorry, John.
What Pop, when you say on metal detectors, I kind of agree with metal detectors, though. I don't agree with having a male search like my daughter or girls.
But that's the authority you give the education system. If you hire professional security.
Well, he want teachers to be armed. Like if something happened, he want them to shoot back.
Oh my God. You asked me my opinion, Joe. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't believe we should have no armed forces at no educational, elementary schools or high schools. And I don't believe the authority we give some of these teachers and some of these cops or some of these security guards, because that's what they is. I have a 3.75 GPA and I have an associate's in applied science. It don't make me better than nobody, and it don't make me no less educated than nobody. But somebody who chew on hay and sit in the cornfield and go to a correctional joint every night and ain't even graduate from 8th grade, he's now a correctional state employee, don't make him no better than me. So I've been in both sides of the field. So I just, that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't think in a place where you're trying to empower and educate kids, you need to Fort it like Fort Knox and, put Beijing up in that place, even though chaotic stuff can happen. It's just about common sense, principles, and knowing what kids you got, monitoring them, right? You see some if you periods, but you ain't get to recognize until you really got to high school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to come up back then and picture my teachers when we breaking, the worst thing we had was a breakdancing battle in a hallway with a cardboard box.
You're like,
you know what I'm saying? So to think about some kids coming to school to blow up explosives, or for my teacher to pull a lot of 9mm on me back then, no, I can't foresee that, and I'm not going to support it. I'm sorry.
That's unnecessary.
Cool.
No.
One more though. I do agree though. In that same interview on Wednesday, Trump encouraged lawmakers to pass a bill that would expand background checks and raise the age limit to 21. How do y'all feel about that? I kind of agree with that.
Go back. He would do
he wants to do two more things though. Okay. He wants to basically stricken the background checks for people that can get a gun card or buy a gun. He also want to raise the age to 21.
Okay.
I kind of believe in that.
Yeah, and I actually agree with you. But it doesn't take away the fact that kids are still kids or teenagers and they still go into their parents' room or garage and whatnot and take their guns, that's...
No, I'm not laughing.
So, I get that, and, I do agree with you, Ja. But I think I don't know what else to say about it, but Pop, what do you think?
Okay. How do I
Here go Pop.
Number one, thank you for tuning in again, and just rocking with us here at Pop Radio, Intellectual Radio, iHeartRadio. I do want to say thank you to Earl Winfrey here at the radio station, Chicago Shots Photography, that's in the building. We got a special guest in the house today, which is Kong. Everybody that's out of Chicago who don't know Kong, he's worked with Bealo at Do or Die and was down with the whole Pole House movement. So back to politics and my opinion on anything that Trump has to say, or how we feel, or how he fart, or how he wear his hair, or swag. Number one, I don't agree with anything he thinking on Monday, Sunday, whatever the hell. His law that he signed off on, because that's probably all he did without even reading the thing, to tell you the real political truth, is anything. Number one, Pop did 20 years, so I can't ever get a gun card, not in this country. So the right, once it's stricken from you to bear arms, you got to respect the game. So however strict them are, you got to obey by whether it's taxes, code, city stick, or whatever it is. So if the law is the law, if they say we're going to recreationally sell marijuana in the city of Chicago tomorrow, then that's the law. So I don't think he doing anything. I don't care what his opinion was on that, is what I'm saying, Ja. I'm saying if you fit the criteria, get a gun card, bear your arms. It shouldn't be that hard anyway to exercise your right to protect your crib and your property, But if you want to make it harder for the next person or whatever, because look, to me, a lot of this politics going on right now is just another form of how we going to makes how are we gonna move this year's budget to next year's budget? It's pretty simple. I don't agree with Trump on a lot of politics, so that's my opinion. And I agree.
I'm sorry, Pop. That's just one thing I can't agree on.
Everybody has an opinion, and everybody feels some. And if that's how you feel, I respect you on that. Right. And that's what I'm saying.
Cool. So before I introduce our special guest, we go into a little bit insight on our panel here. I want to take a quick break and get back to you guys. Let us know what you think. Like, share, comment, get into it. It's Pop Radio.
You guys make sure. Listen, these beautiful ladies right here. It's a couple of things I want to let y'all know. Pop Radio, intellectual radio, iHeartRadio. We're about a few things. It's empowerment, education, culture, and just giving you guys a sauce that ain't nobody giving you in Chicago. Pop is very well connected. I'm an artist. And the radio stuff I don't need to do, but I do it because I believe it's about providing a platform. I'm plugged. Repping for Chicago, I'm a rep for Chicago. If I'm a rep for my Boricuas, I'm a rep for my Boricuas. If Cold Hearted Crucial Conflict take me to rock a stage, I'm a wreck it, and I'm gonna flick it nation that night out. Number one, salute to everybody rocking with us. We're doing models of the week every week. We back. It's just our second week back. Tonight, my models of the week are gonna be my models of the week. I got Pop Crew in the crib. These two ladies right here are beautiful models. They're established. They're published. They're actresses, and they are a lot more than just models. But tonight, my models of the week. When we come back from a break, we just go icon. Looking at right here.
Love it. They can't stop it. Tenfold, cop it. Them hitters, they lurking, they killing, they rock. You ain't this whipping up a pop. Show you how to get it on. I don't really rock. I just get the brick across. Take you to the block. My shorties know I've been a boss. Chemo, sorry, body. In that jam, told on nobody. God, that war, we buy it. Dinero, we get it. Dinero, we count it all. Hammers and clips, big body Chevys, now it's foreign whips. Colombian dime piece right at my hip. Told me I wouldn't make it, no way I'd win. Try to bury me, throw me back in. No way I ain't going, always going in. Never turning back, always watch my back. Jungle full of monkeys, but I'm a silverback. Do it for my gente, do it for the streets. Do it for you haters, surrender, no retreat. Esta vida loca made me a beast. No more losing, I'm a pussy. I done did a lot. You ain't this whipping up a pop. Show you how to get it off. I don't really rock. I just get the brick across. Take you to the block. My shorties know I've been a boss. Chemo, sorry, hard body. In that jam, told on nobody. God, that war, we buy. Dinero, we get it. Dinero, we count.
We finna take the radio waves over. Hey, what's up? To let y'all know something. If you're interested in promotions, bookings, talking about your event, being a part of the show, I need you to, that's right, take out a pen, a piece of paper, and write down Chicago Elite Alliance at gmail.com. If you like the Pain Radio, Pops Radio.
Hit me on the celly, tell me when you're ready. Got the boom, got the Remy, Siraki like a dime. Prince Papavelli, thicker than a stick. I can be a celly. Pipe down, pipe down, pipe down, pipe down. Remix. She said she wanna get it from the back, don't regret it. Take me home, let me in it. Want it savage, want it menace. You like me, tú me prende, méteme los dientes. Me pone bien caliente, juego con mi mente. Bien duro que se siente, pura aguardiente. Pero no lo miente, o veo tengo lente. Hit me on the celly, tell me when you ready. Got the boom, pipe down, down. A few more little straight to the monotony. Flow grind, little niggas get the flop. All the mommies say I'm something that you not. They all be at my show yelling pop. I put the work, I did the good cause. You not my worker in this shit, I'm a boss. If you ain't gang in my area, you get tossed. My team full of hitters and you soft. She said, hit me on the celly. Tell me when you ready. Got the bull, got the Remy. Ciroc in the telly. Baby like a belly. Thicker than a snicker. I could be a celly. Pipe down. Pipe down. Pipe down. Pipe down.
Everybody, it's me, Lana J, and we live from the studio.
Humble God. I let it go, I touch you up, I let it rip. I'm not your bro, I get your hit. I let it go, I touch you up, I let it rip. This ain't your click, I'm not your bro, I get your hit. I let it go, I touch you up, I let it. This ain't your click, I'm not your bro, I get your hit. I let it go, I touch you up. The mob like a Don L chopper to your head. Spiritual judicial eradicate affair. We put a snitch in a ditch, no rice, none red. Sniper with my rifle, voice in my head. Spitting like a demon, blessings to the dead. Saluting all general, real thoroughbred. I let it go, I touch you up, I let it rip. This ain't your click, I'm not your bro, I get your hit. I let it go, I touch you up, I let it rip. This ain't your click, I'm not your bro, I get your hit. I let it go, I touch you up, I let it rip. This ain't your click, I'm not your bro, I get your hit. I let it go, I touch you up, I let it rip. This ain't your click, I'm not your bro, I get your hit. Barack at the top and I'm feeling like a press. Bust a lot of moves, get a lot of bread. Slick with my grind, thick with my spread. Here to knock 'em out, here to knock 'em dead.
We ain't the same game, but that cool shit. I talk to you niggas that's so damn real like I'm on the pool. I kick it, I've been selling snow in the hoods, yeah they know me. Traveling out the focus, so the 100 piece on low. I had some niggas that was down with me, but they left my mind right, so I went pop. He put me back on my shit, so the time I'ma really rock with the dope. I got so much damn snow, feel like I'm up on a slope, and all the niggas know. I was playing my grandma like sell weed at the store.
I let it go, I touch you up, I let it rip. This ain't your click, I'm not your bro, I get your hit. I let it go, I touch you up, I let it rip. This ain't your click, I'm not your bro, I get your hit. I let it go, I touch you up, I let it rip. This ain't your click, I'm not your bro, I get your hit. I let it go, I touch you up, I let it rip. This ain't your click, I'm not your bro, I get your hit.
Hey, what's up, y'all? You know it's me, Lana J. And I just want to let y'all know about interesting promotions. Bookings, talking about your being a part of the show. I need you to go ahead and write this down. That's right, you got a pen, piece of paper, and write down Chicago Elite Alliance at gmail.com. If you like what we're doing, you definitely want to support Prince of Pain Radio, Pop Radio, myself, and the...
Till there's nothing else to give.
Nothing else to give.
A place for kings and queens.
And let me know now why you would drink, but I'm not buying for your friends. I got niggas for your friends. Head back to the hotel, baby don't tell. I know the better ass. Feel your fingernails. We're rocking the bed tonight. Dick look pretty, I'ma work that body. Never seen before, not just anybody. Got respect and mommy, not a dotty. Private soul, I don't deal, baby, just anybody. But since that back swole, fuck around, get your back broke. I can see you blowing at the pillows off the extra. Mommy, no, maybe hop on in this too. See you fucking with no. Now when you a drink, but I'm not buying for your friends. I got niggas for your friends. I got your fingernails. we're rocking the bed tonight. Okay. Let me get into with you, baby. Let yourself go crazy. I'll be savage, I'll handle that A3. Your climax go crazy. Breaking the handle. The extra, I mean, no, maybe. Hop on in this two seat. She geeked up and when I'm fucked. Believe me, I'll be. And let me know. Now buy you a drink when I'm not buying for your friends. I got niggas for your friends. But don't let it show. And we can keep it grown and sexy. So say yes, and baby, we can leave. We can head back to the hotel. Baby, don't tell. I know the memory. When you're thinking names. Cause we're rocking the bed tonight.
All they see is pain. Prince still on his train. This night is not the same. Not one of those names. Spanish fine gourmet. Beat the booty, hit replay. Little mommy with the sway. Not today, no way, Jose. Let me take you out of state. I'm a pope, let me pay. What I'm at, I really pay. Totally behave. You get the blood, get the day. I'm a boss around the way. Grab your things, let's get away. Got a condo by the lake.
And let me know. Now buy you a drink when I'm not buying for your friends. I got niggas for your friends. But don't let it show. We can keep it grown and sexy. So say yes, and baby, we can leave. We can head back to the hotel. So baby, don't tell. I know the memory. When you fingernails. Cause we're rocking the bed tonight.
Prince of Pain. Back up on the beach. Hey! I'll give you everything. Still there's
You listen to Pop from Pop Radio, your boy Prince of Pain. Get connected. www.princeofpain.com. For all media, promotions, and bookings, Chicago Lead Alliance @gmail.com. Don't belly flop, I get the guap to the top. It's your boy Pop Radio, intellectual radio, iHeartRadio, man. I was gone for a minute, but I'm back. You're going to have the beautiful ladies. You're going to have models of the week every week. Today I was going to bring in models, man, but Pop said, we got to bring in models for this week if the season just kicking off. And he got two of the dopest, finest baddies of Chicagoland area right now. I'm going to give you all a demonstration. I'm going to let this music play. And for everybody visually tuning in and watching us, because we are not only a radio station, man, we going to give you the visuals in the whole 9 yards. www.intellectualradio.com, www.princeofpain.com. Everybody tune in. Do you guys see my girl, Ja, strutting the runway? Yeah, y'all see her? Hey, man, everybody tuned in. They are doing not only modeling, man, they're doing hosting. They are doing top flight actress stuff in Chicago. These girls are published models. I'm going to give you a little intro on all of them in a minute, where you can find them, how you can book them. Right now, you got both of them walking up my runway on Pop Radio, Intellectual Radio, iHeartRadio. Up the runway right now, Taina, full-blooded Puerto Rican, raised in Puerto Rico. My girl, I am Ja. Man, make sure you follow both of my girls, man. It's Taina Iviosa on Instagram. It's I am Ja on Instagram. I'm talking about, look, Pop went out. After I took my little whirlwind of, traveling, I ain't going to say the 50 states, but Pop got miles on him. I went all over the United States. And I took me a little break, but before I took me a break, I went off on this whole artistry stuff and concentrated on that. I got to see of what radio was supposed to be. I got to really take a time to reflect on some of the lessons that were given to me by my mentor, Earl Winfrey, who in and out every week told me, look, be a better host by doing this and doing less of that, And man, like I said, everybody who know Pop I'm grateful, number one, to be doing anything professionally that I'm doing and making a professional buck off of what I'm doing. Everybody told me I couldn't make a buck off doing a little poetry. Now I get paid for a lot of things, believe it or not. I check that bag. You feel me? Ain't no talking to Pop unless you got some money, because I'm worth something. You feel me? And just like everybody selling promo, everybody in the game selling their time or whatnot, look, I send you a contract. You want me? I promise you're going to get your dollar's worth, because I put everything in what I do. And that's just part of part of what I do. Part of what I do also is at Pop Radio is I display models, man. Models helped me get a long way in this game. I had a lot of females tell me, you know what, Pop, let's get it. I'm one of the only poets in the spoken word game that opened up and hosted the Icon Scarface tour, or Dej Loaf, and took 20 models out with me on stage. Opened up and had not opened up for DMX. Hold on, let me correct that. I was the headliner for DMX. I performed for 15 minutes for DMX with about 7, 9 top flight Chicago models, when Pop ain't know what the hell he was doing. I could look back and say, look, man, I ain't know what I was doing, girl, but I got this sauce together now. You feel me? I didn't, but I took off. I went from the free throw line and I dunked. Don't know how I dunked, but God don't put you in a position that he don't want you in. I know that now.
That's right.
That is like guaranteed. I want to salute everybody who's believed in me, who rocked with me on maybe I didn't have the best showcase on the night, but they showed me love. I want to thank the spotlight in the house tonight, what I'm going to get to in a minute, which is Kong, who probably rocked out with me on some of my biggest shows. No, as a matter of fact, he did rock out with me on some of my biggest shows as my hype man, as my most important man, to give everybody the energy and give me the energy that I needed on stage. I give everybody credit. I give the cameraman credit. I give the models credit, because ain't no big me's and little you's in this industry. But like I promised, models of the week. Earl, give me some music again real quick, because I'm finna do this all over again. John, I need you to display what I need from Models of the Week. Every week I'm doing Models of the Week. So if you want to come on Pop Radio, Intellectual Radio, iHeartRadio, this is what I need you to come up here and do. I need you to flex a little. I need you to come up here and show what you do in the city of Chicago. If you do tattoo modeling, then you're going to come up here in the trench coat, come up out that trench coat, show the tattoos. You know what I'm saying? If you're a runway model,
Poppin'.
Yes, get it. We love it.
So, man, look, salute to Custom Print, Now Inc. Them guys at Hood Radio, man, they support Pop 100%. They print all my stuff. Salute to Edifying Graphics that holds Pop down on all his logos, all his designs. Salute to the Right People Entertainment that just put. Let me put them first, because these dudes is the legends. I'm just very honored to be a part of the showcase, and I'm gonna get to all that in a minute. And I want to watch the clock, because I got to let Diana do her what's popping and what's not popping. And I can't just eat up all this time, because this is the way this works. It's about teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's what Pop do. So, like I was saying, the Right People Entertainment, they have a smoke fest tonight. Pop Radio, Intellectual Radio, iHeartRadio will be in the building. The Right People Entertainment just booked Crucial Conflict, Prince of Pain, to feature and headline. Let me say this again. Crucial Conflict, who were just inducted to the Hip Hop Hall of Fame, man. Salute to them brothers that have been putting on forever, number one. Give it up for Crucial Conflict. Cold of them boys is one of the originators, the first groups that came out of Chicago, man. Been doing it. So God bless them guys. I've been fortunate enough to be with these brothers, the Right People Entertainment. Just booked both of us to do the Summer Jam. So give it up for the Summer Jam 2018. Yes. Crucial Conflict, Prince of Pain. Contact the Right People Entertainment or send me an email, chicagoleadalliance@gmail.com. And if you want to perform, if you want to be a vendor, it's going to be a great event. Let me get to, I said models of the week. I gave you the candy real quick. Hold on. One more song real quick. We'll get Taina to do this little last walk because everybody been asking me about you, Taina. Give me a little bit more music one more time. So this is what we do. Any model real quick. Give me a display of what I'm expecting for the models of the week. Any model that want to come be a model of the week for pop radio, intellectual radio, it's all pop acts. Come up here. Give me a display of the modeling you do for my listeners and why you've been chosen. Come up here to get you some promo with iHeartRadio. Why you up here to be with Pop? Anybody want to book Taina? It's real simple. Anybody want to book the lovely Ja? Hit us at popradiowworldwide@gmail.com, chicagoleadalliance@gmail.com. I'm going to make sure these girls come take care of you. It's real simple, man. They got booking hours, and they'll come out, either model for you, host their event, stream, and it's all good, man. Let's get me to a couple of questions to the lovely ladies about this modeling stuff, because I'm going to touch the facts, and I'm going to empower you guys, and I'm going to make you guys aware of what's really going on in this industry. I'm going to get to a couple of questions real quick, and we're going to keep it moving. Ja, how long you been modeling?
I've been out modeling for 4 years now.
4 years.
Yep.
Could you give me, real quick to my listeners, some how hard it is and why not to give up in this modeling stuff?
Real quick, I'm short for models, right? So it was very a challenge for me. It was a big challenge for me to actually break in and be modeling and either be considered a model. I would say don't give up, because as many doors that close, there's going to be one that open for you. So just keep knocking on them doors, and if you can't knock on them doors, knock them down and get through. I kept moving. I didn't take heed into the no's. I just kept prospering.
Right.
That's right. That's what you gotta do. Yep.
In this industry, I go by it being so small and so big.
Right.
What are some of the things you could tell some of these young ladies who are just getting involved in this, the do's and don'ts?
Well, as far as the do's for the models, always come prepared. Even if you feel like, oh, well, I just have this, what they told me to bring today. Always come prepared. Have extra accessories as far as, your hair, or maybe even an extra pair of earrings or whatever, but always be prepared. You see a lot of models, sometimes they show up places unprepared, and they ask the other models if, they have things that we can lend them. So, yeah, that would be one of those.
Thank you. As an artist, as an executive, and a lot of things, my advice to models is, number one thing is getting there. You know what I mean?
Don't be late.
Yeah, I mean, at least
do not be late.
Yeah, do not book a gig if you ain't gonna get there. Number one, at Pop Radio, Intellectual Radio, iHeartRadio, if you sent me an email and I booked and I promoted you and you ain't show up, don't contact me again. I don't do you a no show, a no call, no show. I can't do you no more. You understand? If you hit me up the day before, don't hit me up the morning either. You hit me up the day before. One of the girls, shout out to Akina. She was supposed to be here this week, but she couldn't make it. She hit me up yesterday, said, Pop, look, I got some difficulties tomorrow. I said, no problem, baby. I appreciate you calling me the day before. Yes, and I will put you on later on. But if I book you and I tell my graphic people to run you and we promote you, this stuff ain't free, number one. You know what I mean? It costs to be on the radio, and it costs a lot of money, and it costs to play in the city of Chicago. And if you want to play, you want a package, it's sacrifices to this stuff. And if I'm giving you some free promo, act like you appreciate it and you deserve it. Right. I'm going to get real quick to my artist spotlight. It ain't no secret. If you're local, everybody know who Po House is. Everybody know who Do or Die is. Well, my man in the building, his name is Kong. I'm going to let you, well, no, before you introduce yourself, let me give you a graceful introduction. My man has rocked some of the biggest stages with some of the biggest icons, has worked with some of the biggest names, and comes from one of the biggest recognized neighborhoods in Chicago. A good friend of mine, works a lot of stuff for Chicago Leading Lions. He has not one title, but many titles. Tonight, he's here as an artist spotlight. His name is Kong. Thank you for being here, Kong. Could you please introduce yourself to my listeners? You being here on Pop Radio and Intellectual Radio, and I heard you. Will you tell my people a little bit about yourself, man? Give me 30 seconds. Who Kong is, please?
Yeah, I'm an artist from Humble Park. I was with Po House for a little bit. Still represent them.
Shout out Po House
for them. Been doing my own thing for a little bit. Been on family duties, trying to hold down the fort, make sure I make ends meet, get everything ready before I try to hit the summer out with a bang. Because the summer's going to be a busy time. So
yes.
Got to get ready for that.
Everybody who does artistry, man, knows that I'm number one. I'm a full-time artist. Ain't no 365. It's 4, 6 to 8. You know what I'm saying? I do this full time. Can't nobody take that from me in the city of Chicago. I work harder than probably anybody work with no team. I am the team. I'm probably other people's teams. So I understand what it is to be a daddy. I understand what it is to not have the budget and sometimes have to concentrate on things and get distracted or forced to make moves that you can't force onto your career because of the sacrifice of being OTF. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I salute you, Kong, on everything you're doing. You're here because you gracefully deserve the spotlight. Could you tell my people where to go find all your music at, please?
Man, you could find me up on SoundCloud. I believe it's King Kong 623 is my handle on there. You could also find me on Instagram. Same thing. Kong is ape shit. My Facebook. You can find my work there.
And that's what it is. Today's Artist Spotlight is my boy Kong. Make sure you go follow all his social media. He just dropped a joint featuring the Prince of Pain called Fugazi. Make sure you check that out right now on SoundCloud. If you want to be an Artist Spotlight of the Week or you think your stuff is popping like that, popradio.worldwide@gmail.com. Check out my sponsors. They are the greatest people in the world, the right people in entertainment. You hear me? They got great events every Thursday night, like they Facebook, like they Instagram. Mm-hmm. Chicago Leader Lions doing some of the biggest movements and aligning with everybody who doing something real in Chicago. They ain't saying we the stuff and we don't mess with nobody. Chicago Leader Lions is one of the brands that aligns themselves with everything that's really going on in Chicago. Check it out. Check out their content, Facebook, Instagram. Street Level Youth Media does great things in the community for the kids, has been rocking with Pop since Pop been in the movement and moving everything. Last but not least, what's our other sponsor? Custom Print Inc. Holding me down with all my gear. Check out this music break. I'll be right back, man.
The flop. All the mommy say something that you got. They all be at my show yelling pop. I put the work, I did the grind, I paid the cost. You know my worker in this shit, I'm a boss. If you ain't gang in my area, you get tossed. My team full of hitters and you soft. She said, hit me on the celly. Tell me when you ready. Got the bull, got the Remy, Ciroc in the telly. Beauty like a dime, Prince Papavelli. Thicker than a snicker, I could be a celly. Pike down, pike down, pike down, pike down. Prince of Pain.
Everybody, it's me, Lana J, and we live from the studio.
Humble Pain. Ganga. HB. I let it go, I touch you up, I let it rip. This ain't your click, I'm not your bro, I get your hit. I let it go, I touch you up, I let it rip. This ain't your click, I'm not your bro, I get your hit. I let it go, I touch you up, I let it rip. This ain't your click, I'm not your bro, I get your hit. I let it go, I touch you up, I let it rip. This ain't your click, I'm not your bro, I get your hit. Maserati as I feel wrapped up like a jet. It's the commission, it's the board, no check, it's all chest. It's the mob like a Don, El chopper to your head. Spiritual, judicial, eradicate a fed. We put a snitch in a ditch, no rights, none red. Sniper with my rifle, voices in my head. Spitting like a demon, blessings to the dead.
So those tuning back in with Pop Radio Worldwide, this is your girl, Taina. So I wanted to start off with what's poppin'. Actually, I find that it's not cool what's poppin' right now at the moment. We have another topic here tonight. Want to talk a little bit about the two men that were arrested in Philadelphia, downtown Philadelphia, at a Starbucks.
Poppin' topic.
Yeah, I feel that was unacceptable. Two gentlemen that are there, they're waiting on another person for a business matter, and the police are called on for trespassing. I understand in every establishment you have to purchase something. At the same time, we see people go in and out of these establishments, and a lot of times, people sit there, sometimes they wait on another person. They were there a few minutes before the police arrived and handcuffed them. So with that being said, what do you guys think about that?
Ladies first.
Oh yeah. Me personally, I did read the story, and they were in Starbucks for a meeting, and they actually used the bathroom.
Correct.
And they were denied the bathroom because they didn't order anything.
Correct.
I don't know. I don't feel like that was
We
right.
want your opinions. We want your opinion.
No. I got you. I really don't feel that was the right thing to do. Right. Even if they denied buying anything in the store, they're there for a business meeting. One of the gentlemen did have something, from my knowledge. So I really don't agree. So I'm reading here.
Yeah. Give us some facts.
They had
Mr. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Continue. No. Go ahead. Yeah, you might know better than me.
Yeah, they had some beverages, and they had said no thank you.
So what? At the end of the day, it's something.
So what they had was stuff that they didn't purchase from.
They just didn't want them there. I didn't feel like that was.
The facts. I thought they got found with a gun or something.
No. They didn't get found with anything. They just
nothing illegal.
Starbucks didn't want them there. Period.
Oh, I got the.
So I don't agree with that. I feel like they was racially profiling them,
Correct.
And these are honest men here. They were here for a business meeting. It wasn't like they was just lingering in the place.
Exactly.
And trying to waste time.
Anything.
This was a business meeting. These men were actually doing something, Mm-hmm. So I don't agree with what happened. And I think that we should take more, more heed into this. Like Good Morning America, news reporters, they should really get on this and make this a bigger story than what it is.
Actually, they have, and they will be closing down 8,000 stores May 29th.
Got it.
Yep. Because of this situation.
And that's what needs to be done.
Them. Yep.
This will prevent a lot of this from happening. If we start closing down businesses, this will prevent a lot of stuff from happening, because now you're not making any money.
Exactly. What do you think, Pop?
Well, I know we getting to the end of our show, and that's a deep topic. I don't want to get too deep into the situation. I know proper training needs to be disciplined at every and again, common sense. Let's not just blame Starbucks. Let's the Philadelphia Police Department. Correct. I mean, you get to the location. Come on now, use your policemen. You know what these guys did? They got guns. What they did? They held up the place. No, they trespassed. That's not popping. Every week we're going to talk about what's popping, what ain't popping. It's your boy Pop from Pop Radio, Intellectual Radio, iHeartRadio. I'm going to get at you next week. Follow my lovely ladies. Carl, you want to send a shout out to anybody right now? Do so.
Yo, shout out to Humble Park, because, we trying to put us back on the map, you dig? Shout out to everybody here. We doing our thing. Shout out everybody. Lots of love. God bless y'all.
Thank you, Kong, for being here tonight.
We love you.
Shout out. Come on, I got seconds.
And you guys can follow me at I Am Just Ja on every social media.
And Taina Diosa, Facebook and Instagram.
I love everybody who love me.
We love you.
Pop Radio, Intellectual Radio,
Pop Radio, let's get it.
Pop Radio.
Let me take you out of sight. I'm a poet, let me what I'm at, I really pay. Totally behave. You get the girls, I get the game. I'm a boss around the way. Grab your things, let's get away. Got a condo by the lake.
And let me know now why you a drink when I'm not buying for your friends. I got niggas for your friends, but don't let it show. And we can keep it grown and sexy, so say yes. And baby, we can leave, we can head back to the hotel. Baby, don't tell.